I'm Max here, and we are going to be talking about men's ministry, all about the guys.
How's it going, guys? Thank you for having me, Carrie. I'm very excited to talk about this.
Here we go. Welcome back to another episode of Young Adult Ministry Insights, and I'm excited to be back here, kind of part 2 of my ministry meeting. So Max is here, and we're going to be talking about men's ministry. You might remember, or if you watched the previous episode, it was all about women's ministry. And so we figured it'd be great to hear about the guys, what the guys do, especially because I've never been to this one, because obviously I'm not a man. So Max, tell us about your involvement with men's ministry and what kind of brought you to where you are today.
Okay, so I want to begin by saying that I would say a fairly new Catholic. I reverted maybe around 3 to 4 years ago. And so really the men's group here at Rowan, the last, I guess, semester and a half was really my first time being around solid Catholic men.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say it was actually amazing. So it was really good, but it was kind of maybe a glorified book club in a way where we read this really good book, Catholic Gentleman, on how to be a solid Catholic man. Mm-hmm. And so we really just discussed a chapter every week and ended with a big bonfire. And it was just great because it just really showed how as men, we, I guess in this our secular world, we're really, I guess, taught to do it alone, be the lone wolf. But really, that's not how God intended it. The apostles, they were brothers, So we need to be there to support ourselves and have that amazing friendship in Christ and that camaraderie.
Right.
So really especially at the ending of the semester, we had a big bonfire, smoke cigars, chop down trees, and stuff. So it was great.
Yeah.
It really
it's very manly sounding. That's
exactly right.
The girls are sunflower picking and all this stuff. The guys are chopping down trees.
Exactly, talking about the next crusade and stuff. So yeah, it was just very great. And it really cemented that in my heart that it's good for men to be together and support each other and overcoming vice and just becoming the saints we're meant to be.
Yeah, so true. We need each other, and just like the apostles had each other, these men, you guys have each other.
Exactly.
Let's group, hold each other accountable, raise each other up, lift each other up, be there in the tough times, right? Give advice, fraternal correction.
Exactly.
It's huge, all of that. So as part of this men's ministry, they need a leader, the next leader. That's going to be you coming up this semester, coming up for our students here at Rowan Catholic. What are some of the reasons why you feel called, equipped for that, and felt, oh yeah, I'm going to apply for that?
Well, so pretty much even right before I reverted to Catholicism and all through my reversion, I pretty much just was loved studying self-improvement and how to be a man and something like that. And that was something I was really passionate about.
Yeah.
And so when I first reverted, I got this book called Consecration to St. Joseph. And it really just talked about how to be the best man you can be and stuff like that. And I was just kind of so kind of lit a fire in me, you know?
Yeah.
And all these Catholic podcasters and YouTubers, whenever they have an episode on how to be a good man and stuff, I always just click it instantly.
Yeah,
and just watch it all.
Yeah.
So honestly, I don't.
Then that's all on your feet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Look at all that, so it's all
exactly. So I love watching all that, and I just feel I have a lot of information because I just love watching Catholic videos and consuming anything about the faith. That although I don't feel prepared, I feel God is giving me the gifts and I guess the talents to lead men and improve them and myself.
Yeah, and the tools to do it.
Yeah.
Even if you might not know it, maybe you saw one of those videos or heard something about it. Read
exactly.
it.
So it'll help a man.
At that moment, So that book is by Father Donald Calloway.
Yes.
Consecration to St. Joseph. And I understand now you're going to be using that in the upcoming men's ministry.
Yeah.
What are some of those plans for that? So that's part of it. What else?
Okay, so pretty much my plan is for the first semester of this men's group coming up in the fall. So pretty much, I guess, if there's any lukewarmness in us at all, I kind of root it out and kind of or if they don't know their purpose as a man, I want to cement it out and know this is why God made us as men and what we're meant to do.
Yeah.
So pretty much I want to kind of go through that. Our purpose as men, brothers, fathers, whether in the married life or religiously, whatever we're called to.
Right.
And what we're meant to do. And then I kind of want to start going to, the role of Our Lady, virtues and vices and what virtues we need to build as men. And eventually it's a spiritual warfare too, what we're up against and why we need to fight, which is something manliest thing ever.
So, yes, very manly.
We're fighting for eternity.
Yes.
What's more manly?
Listen, for your wives or for your flock or whatever you're called to. So.
We got to lead people to heaven no matter what. And that's the most heroic thing a man could do. And for any men watching, we want to be heroes. So answer that call, you got to fight.
That's awesome.
And so after that, my plan is to do the consecration to St. Joseph. And for those who don't know, it's like a 33-day thing. You read like 20 minutes a day, and then you end with like a big prayer to St. Joseph.
Nice little book. It's like easy to read, easy to go through.
Easy to read.
Like totally. We'll put a link in the bio.
Yes, changed my life. It will change yours too. So we'll do that, do the consecration, and then my plan is to end with like a big men's rosary march somewhere. I don't know yet, but it's somewhere, because I follow this one page that always does them, and he always says, if you're thinking about like, oh, someone should do that, they're like, oh, maybe it should be you.
Right.
Well, like, yeah, I can do it now.
Yeah.
It'll be really fun.
And you have a group to follow you and to do this march.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
So that's the plan right now.
That sounds great. And you know, this ministry, while it's at a college, it could be geared towards a parish young adult ministry as well. So, you know, Max, like for you, if you were going to give any tips to anybody at a parish level or even at a college campus ministry on starting this, what would be the advice you would give to them?
I would say, definitely try to like know what men you're like around, know like what they're about, and try to do like masculine things and show them like what like true Catholic masculinity is all about. And if you don't know yourself, like learn about it, you know, like learn like what does Christ want us to do as men,
Right.
and do like manly activities. Like I know what we did last semester or like last year at men's group was good for like what it was, you know, like reading a book and like discussing it. I kind of want to try to like add like not this semester but coming up, like maybe like more like activities as men, like maybe building something together, or even like working out together, having a little boxing match, you know, because like iron sharpens iron, as the proverb says, you know, something like that. Do that and like get out of your comfort zone, do something courageous, like the men's rosary march. I feel like although maybe like in the back of our minds we may not want to do that, I feel like doing out there will like really just give you that adrenaline rush. Like yes, we are soldiers for Christ.
I accomplished this for the Lord.
Exactly. We are the church militant. We are his soldiers, and we're walking like men for him.
I love it.
His battle.
I love it. Yeah. Awesome. Well, God bless you and the good work you're doing here. For all those starting men's ministry and different ministries within young adults, take this advice and some of the other great tips that we've learned along the way, how to be a real man for the Lord. And Max, and thank you for all watching, and God bless.
God bless.